Important die roll for this matchup. They're going to re-rolling 2 dice, and it's a 9 here from John. 9s lose sometimes. Let's see if we get an 11.
Snake eye. Let's go.
Oh, snake.
Good luck. Good luck.
Not a good omen here for Jacob.
Well, maybe it's just to signify the level 1s in his deck.
That's right. You have a bunch of level 1s. Now you have 2 level 1 dice. I like that. All right, so John is going to be starting things off. See if he starts with an Aluber.
Okay. Stand my face, make phase 1.
Goes to main phase 1, and he's got...
Blazing Cartesia.
Seen a lot of her this weekend. Only good things.
And now that's going to follow up with Branded Opening. So it gets the Blazing Cartesia on the field first since it has the quick effect Diffusion Summon. That means it'll be able to protect Aluber's effect from being negated by something like Infinite Impermanence.
That's Branded Opening pitching another Branded Opening. Aluber resolves successfully. Grabs Branded Fusion. Now, nothing here is protecting the Branded Fusion. Let's see if that goes through. It does.
Small nod from Jacob, knowing that, oh no, I don't have Ash Blossom. Please don't do too much. He's going to send down Lubellion, which is a light monster, and Fauna Albaz. So that means he's going to go to Fusion Summon Albion.
That's the Bestial Lubellion down there. Love Bestial Lubellion. That's a fantastic card.
I love the artwork. It's so cool looking, and it's so strong at the same time. We're going to see really how powerful it is here, because he's going to be able to use the Albion here to banish Aluber and Fauna Albaz to summon the Lubellion from the extra deck.
And there we go. That goes in the extra monster zone.
Yeah, I like to tend to summon my first fusion monster in the extra monster zone because I know I'm just not going to be using it for any link monsters, so I might as well just capitalize on getting that extra zone out for my monsters.
Interesting. Infinite Impermanence is the discard for that. And turns Fallen of Albaz and Lubellion into Mirror Jade.
Yeah, that could mean whatever card he has in hand he values more than Infinite Impermanence. Could just be another copy of Infinite Impermanence. Maybe something like Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring.
And he's going to get another card in the end phase here with Albion, too. Triggering it off to summon the Bestial Lubellion from the graveyard. And the Bestial Lubellion can grab a, I believe it's a branded continuous card from the deck, and he gets branded Lost.
And now the Branded Lost is on the field. He's going to be able to fusion summon here by activating the Blazing Cartesia effect to make Grand Ganol. And now Grand Ganol will send a level 6 or higher lighter dark from the deck or extra deck to the graveyard. Branded Lost is going to add a monster that mentions Fallen Albaz from the deck to the hand.
Searching through there.
A lot of times you're looking for cards like Albion, the monster effector Albion.
Like ad libitum.
Yep. This will get him a draw and be able to send something like Branded Retribution to the graveyard.
Checking the extra deck real fast there, and then resolving the other effect.
Yeah, Albion the Strata Dragon, one of my favorite cards in the Albaz deck. I mean, if it's in the graveyard, it counts as Fallen Albaz, which is cool. But if it's in your hand, you can send a Branded Spell Trap from your hand to special summon from your hand. You can send a Branded Spell Trap from your deck to the graveyard to put it on the bottom and draw a new card. And if it's in your graveyard, you can return to the deck to send a Branded Spell or Trap. And now it looks like he is going to send the Gimmick Puppet to the graveyard with the Grand Ganol, and now the Albion is going to send Branded Retribution to the graveyard.
Now, is this appreciably better? Like, doing the Gimmick Puppet thing, is that appreciably better than what Branded normally does?
Better? No. Effective at making the opponent not be able to special summon for the turn? Effective, but like, yeah, I'm in that same kind of thought where if I'm going first with Branded, I don't need to give you a Gimmick Puppet. You're not going to be able to beat the setup. If you don't Ash Blossom my Branded Fusion, chances are you're not going to be going very far anyways.
And in this matchup in particular, it does less than nothing.
Oh, a deck that doesn't special summon. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I didn't think about the Gimmick Puppet versus Floowandereeze. That's crazy. Even more reason not to use the Gimmick Puppet.
So Goldsark goes ahead and banishes Despian Tragedy, and that's going to give him the ad libitum. Because I feel like it just feels extraneous. It's
really
like
is.
Doing all this is just really good to begin with. And you're putting 2 extra cards in your deck for this particular play that also makes you give up one of your fusions.
Yeah, John definitely doesn't know his opponent is on Floowandereeze, so that'll be a funny thing to see if he's like relying on this Gimmick Puppet to win him the game. But yeah, he added the ad libitum from the Despian Tragedy, and now he's going to be setting Branded Expulsion from the deck. So he's in end phase already.
I will also use the effect of.
And since the fusion monster was sent to the graveyard, the Blazing Cartesia will return to the hand here at the end phase.
That will be my turn.
So yeah, relying on everything just to have Mirror Jade here. So if anything stops this branded expulsion, could be a bestial monster or anything, it would be just Mirror Jade he's relying on, really.
Thank you.
But I mean, now we know his opponent's playing Floowandereeze. He's not really gonna have to worry about.
We know that it's Floowandereeze.
This is too funny. Good way to counter the strategies other people bring. If they're trying to lock you out of special summoning anything but gimmick puppets, just say, huh, who cares? I don't need a special summon.
Targeting Albert and
All right, well, the good thing is you can tribute off the Granguignol here. And that's going to help out a bit.
So Expulsion's going to tribute off the fusion to summon the 2 monsters. Going to summon a Luber from the banished, gimmick puppet from the graveyard. So now, since the gimmick puppet is summoned for the rest of the turn, Jacob cannot special summon. Jacob is completely okay with that. We're getting second place at Team YCS. And now Jacob is leading things off with a Pot of Duality, revealing Triple Tactics Thrust, Floowandereeze, and Snowl, I think, and
Snowl and Impen. Interesting. So Snowl was not really used at all for the longest time. That's a new development post Barrier statue.
And not getting a Robina or an Eaglin off of it is just devastating.
Yeah, it just seems it seems like Jacob's just it's just not his round here.
My hopes were high for these birds, but they've just been grounded this entire match.
Loses an Imperm to Harpy's Feather Duster.
Oh man, that looks like a Harpy's Feather Duster out of Magnificent Mavens as well. One of my favorite all artworks for that card.
Aluber hits successfully. Branded Fusion's up next. Branded Fusion's up. If I'm looking at Jacob in the corner there, he's not even looking at his cards. He's just
it's over. That is a defeated duelist.
Yeah, his eyes are glazed over a little bit there.
He's looking off to the side, not looking at his opponent. Yeah, maybe he has something. Maybe he's trying to give
maybe
off that
bluff.
vibe. It could be a bluff. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if maybe he thought about keeping that infinite permanence in hand so it couldn't be hit by something like Harvey's Feather Duster, and he could have saved it for that Aluber. But kind of when you draw like one of those bad hands, you can really get on yourself, and instead of thinking about what can I do with these bad cards, or not the greatest of cards, I'm just going to be upset because I can't do anything. I'm just going to play like it's not anything. But you can really capitalize on whatever you have. You just have to not give up at some point.
So Fallen and Albaz with the Bestial Rebellion combined to make Albion the branded dragon.
Yep.
Albion effect is being considered.
He probably wants to leave the Aluber on the field for damage. I mean, yeah, I already see
He probably wants to
8,000.
leave the
no effect
Bestial
at all.
Rebellion in the graveyard, so no effect.
Interesting. He must not have another monster in his hand, I guess. Oh, he does.
Yeah, Blazing Cartesia up next, so he gets special summon because Albaz is in the graveyard.
That makes sense.
Now Albion is tributed out to bring the Bestial Rebellion back to the field. Effect of Bestial Rebellion grabs the continuous branded card.
See if he goes for Lost or Beast. Going to be branded Lost. So he's got 58 on the board right now.
Deja effect.
Cartesia effect activates.
Does he have an ad libitum?
Gonna
Oh, McCurrier.
fuse a level 8 or higher monster.
So he had McCurrier in hand as well. Oh, I guess he just didn't have another way to get Fallen Albaz in the graveyard. Interesting.
And we get Granguignol next. The effects will trigger here. We're going to do Branded Lost as Chainlink 2. Granguignol's Chainlink 1.
I wonder if he's reading the Albion the Stratadragon, because if he has a branded Speller Trap in his hand, he can just discard it and special summon it from his hand. But he would require a branded Speller Trap to be able to do that. It's definitely a unique effect that comes up every now and then.
I will send. Oh, sorry. Search first. Search Albion. Send Adlib.
Yep, I love sending ad libitum with Granguignol. It's such a cool thing because you're able to use Branded Red to add it back. He is doing.
He drew the expulsion. Send that from hand. And
Yep.
that should be enough.
That's 80. That's 93. That's 25, 25, 25, 18. And